Bulavinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selena, I'm from Tavenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, Fiji's National Development Plan launched in Germany. Police records alarming increase in home invasions. And head teacher fronts court on rape charges.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama launched Fiji's 5-year and 20-year National Development Plan at COP23 in Bonn, Germany yesterday. The COP23 president says the development plan has built-in adaptation, resilience and mitigation that will provide a forward-looking vision for transforming Fiji. Maggie Boyle reports.
Thank you.
It's taken 2 years and more than 800 public forums to formulate an ambitious roadmap for Fiji's future.
Our new 20-year development plan envisages a fourfold increase in GDP per person, reducing and maintaining unemployment at less than 4%, eliminating extreme poverty, and reducing the number of Fijians living below our poverty lines to less than 10% of the population.
Ensuring access to basic infrastructure for all Fijians is a key feature of the NDP.
All Fijians will have access to clean and safe drinking water in adequate quantities by 2031. We plan a major push to increase accessibility to 92% of the population from the current 78% in the next 5 years.
And with aims to reduce the carbon footprint, renewable energy will be necessary. Bainimarama adding that to achieve all this, coordination and partnership will be salient.
This ambitious long-term national development plan certainly will require substantial funding, skilled and dedicated people, modern technology, and support from our partners and friends.
The 5-year National Development Plan aligns to the long-term strategy and is effective from 2017 to 2021. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Attorney General and Minister responsible for climate change, Ayaz Said Qayyum, says using renewable energy sources is not only better for the environment, but cost-effective for economies of scale. Said Qayyum made the comments at COP23 in Bonn, Germany, while attending a UN side event on the roadmap for a sustainable financial system.
We spend close to $1 billion a year in Fiji buying fossil fuel. So a major component of that is to run the diesel generators, is to run the buses. So if we are able to reduce that, then obviously it's good for our balance of trade payments situation.
Former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger has challenged the World Health Organization to label fossil fuel for what it really is, a killer. Speaking at the Health Action's high-level event in Bonn, Germany, Schwarzenegger highlighted the devastating impact of pollution on human health. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports.
The former governor for the state of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, has issued a challenge to the World Health Organization to slap a public health warning on fossil fuels, similar to labels on cigarette packets.
Wouldn't it be great if they go and make the same pact with the rest of the world? To go and say, let's label now another thing that is killing you, which is fossil fuels. Let's label the fossil fuels. Wouldn't it be great when you drive into a gas station and it says that what you will pump into your gas tank may kill you. This will cause cancer. Wouldn't it be great when this oil tanker drives down the freeway and says this contains dangerous materials?
The former action star also stressed the deadly effects of climate change, saying 25,000 people die every day from pollution caused by fossil fuels.
25,000. So while I'm speaking here today, 100,000 who died because of pollution. As a matter of fact, to give you another number, that while this conference is on, this 12 days, over 300,000 people are going to die, which is the population of Bonn.
Schwarzenegger is the founder of R20, the Regions of Climate Action, a non-profit environmental organization that works to improve the sustainability of regions around the world by developing green infrastructure projects. Eleanor Turangaibiu, FBC News.
An alarming increase in aggravated burglaries and burglary cases have been reported by the police, with around 40 cases reported in the last 2 weeks alone. This is a huge concern as most of these robberies happened in broad daylight. Akusita Tale reports.
26 homes were broken into in the Southern Division, 8 in the West, 3 in the East and 3 in the North. 2 aggravated burglary cases were also recorded during this period from the South and the West.
If they knew that the house is vacant, that means there are some observations that have been done. That is where the security tips usually comes into place, that what we have mentioned so far in the community policing, then the need to know your neighbor.
25 of the reports of home invasions were committed in broad daylight, and the police is calling on the public to adopt simple crime prevention measures. ACP Rusiate Tunravu says they will also step up on their November operations.
You'll witness that there will be a little bit of rise of our operations that are currently being undertaken. Our snap roadblocks will be up, that the members of the community should be aware. There will be static roadblocks.
The police has identified red zone areas and possible targets for criminals. There are around 30 red zones with Nailuva Road, Vatuanga, Cunningham, Nandera, Thombati and Amandi Heights in the Southern Division, topping the list. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
A 42-year-old head teacher facing sexual assault charges involving 6 students in Naita Asiri pleaded not guilty in the High Court today. The alleged incidents took place earlier this year. Pranita Prakash reports.
The primary school head teacher is charged with 1 count of rape, 1 count of sexual assault, 3 counts of indecently annoying and 2 counts of annoying any person. He is alleged to have committed the offence when the school term began in January. The victims in this case are aged between 12 and 14 years. The court heard the 6 complainants are staying in the same village where the alleged incident happened. The matter was reported at the Bunindawa police station in September by the school's assistant head teacher after noticing the suspicious activities of the accused. The defence has applied for bail. The matter has been adjourned to Friday for bail hearing. The man has been remanded in custody. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Still to come, Great Sea Reef to be identified as Ramsar site. And government gives beds to students of Koroina Sao. Stay with us.
Number 2 na serre.
Ya dora subuli kurna bili. Ibora ni batsukara hambara binaranga. Total takina na warrongan ng Bula FM. Number 2 na serre. Bula!
Bula FM number 2 na serre.
Efforts are now underway for the Great Sea Reef to be identified locally and internationally as a Ramsar site. Ramsar sites are wetlands and their resources that are protected under the Ramsar Convention or the Convention of the Wetlands. Eleanor Turangaibiu reports.
Fiji's bid to get the Great Sea Reef identified as a Ramsar site started back in 2011. 6 years on, all the groundwork have been completed.
Heads off to the Golgoli Local Water Management Committee, the committee that has been working with the grassroots people, the resource owners, and they've kind of met the requirements through the consultation, the awareness with the people.
The Great Sea Reef, locally known as the Kaulewu, is the 3rd longest continuous reef system in the southern hemisphere and spans over an area of 202,700 square kilometers, covering the provinces of Maduata, Boa, Ra and Mba. Protecting these under the International Convention will ensure the sustainability of our ocean and its resources.
There are only few Ramsar sites in the world, and to have the Great Sea Reef, it will put Fiji on the map and also take the movement of conservation to another level.
Today, the Great Sea Reef supplies almost 80% of fish that feeds the domestic markets and is also a valuable tourist attraction for its diving, snorkeling and pristine sandy beaches.
Now, we've just finalized it and it's with, I think we've sent it to request to government.
The Great Sea Reef would be Fiji's second site to be protected under the Ramsar Convention. The Upper Navua Conservation Area was declared a Ramsar site in 2006. Eleanor Turangibiu, FBC News.
A team of investigators has compiled statements from a secondary school student of Ba about a video on social media allegedly showing him desecrating school property. Police Chief of Intelligence and Investigations, ACP Mbiu Matavo, says the student's file will be viewed first by the Criminal Investigations Department. The video allegedly shows a boy in white uniform cursing, spitting and slapping a statue at a school in Ba. The file is expected to be submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, where charges laid against him will be decided. The Fiji National Provident Fund recorded a net profit of over $359 million as at June 31st, an increase of over to last year. General Manager Member Services Alipate Wangairawai says the fund recorded a net profit of around $231 million last year. Wangairawai says they have recorded increases in members' contributions up from $4.4 billion in 2016 to $4.9 billion in 2017.
This year we collected about 546.2 million, up from 480.6 in 2016. That's an increase of 13.6%. Our return on investment for this year was 6.8%. So we paid out, we declared an interest of 6.35% to members.
The students of Koroi Nassau Primary School in Singatoka received 30 new double beds from the government today. The handover was made by Commissioner Western Manasa Tangivakimbao. During a Talanoa session earlier this year, the school committee had requested the Prime Minister for beds as students as young as 6 years old were sleeping on the floor. The school caters for students of 4 villages whose main source of income is agriculture. Tangivakimbao says the new development is a testimony to the vision of government in leaving no child behind.
Your school, or the beddings, or the walkway, or the food crossing project is not too small for government to overlook. However, the Honorable Prime Minister sees the importance and potential in all schools, such as yours, in the bigger picture of developing Fiji. Thus, has extended assistance to your request.
Ahead in sports with Jamie, all eyes is on the Fiji Mbati for the matchup against New Zealand, but up next is Rachel with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up in business tonight. BSP announces vehicle loan insurance protection. And in growing Fiji, Mana Resort to expand in sports tourism. Stay with us.
Mirchi FM is #1. It's so hot.
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन टॉक हुआ कि मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट।
In business tonight, BSP Finance has announced that new customers taking vehicle loans will have loan insurance protection with special features. General Manager Krishna Raju says this will be embedded in all new loans, which will clear the outstanding loan debt on untimely passing of borrowers.
This new feature means that should a motor vehicle customer meet an untimely passing, the settlement amount of the loan is paid off by the loan protection insurance, and a contribution of $2,000 is made to the customer's nominated beneficiary to assist with funeral expenses.
Westpac has appointed Keep Hannah as the regional head Pacific. Keep will provide oversight, governance, performance and operational management for Westpac Pacific, which operates across Papua New Guinea and Fiji. He is a senior banking executive with over 20 years of experience locally and internationally. Keep says he's thrilled to be joining a dynamic and committed team who understand the important role Westpac plays in supporting sustainable and growth in Fiji and Papua New Guinea. And we now join Sharon from GFC Bank with the latest from the money markets.
Thank you. Looking at today's market actions, we had the US dollar open 2 basis points weaker against our Fijian dollar. Concerns the US corporate tax cut could be delayed to 2019 have sent the greenback down lately. We also had Japan release its gross domestic product data. The results show that Japan's GDP grew 0.3% compared to previous quarter. A bit closer to home, Australia released its consumer confidence report for November. Overall, their consumer confidence was slightly down. Meanwhile, last night in Frankfurt, Germany, 4 of the world's top central banks promised to keep openly guiding investors about future policy moves. The US Federal Reserve, European Central Bank, Bank of England and Bank of Japan are intending to slowly withdraw the monetary stimulus rolled out during the financial crisis. And that's all for now.
Thanks, Sean. Looking at today's current exchange rate set this morning for the Fijian dollar. The Fijian dollar rose against the US dollar, the New Zealand dollar and the PNG kina. It was down slightly against the rest of the currencies as follows. As for the commodities market, oil prices dropped significantly, down over just $1.50 to close at $55 a barrel. Gold continued to rise, closing at $1,280 per ounce, and silver closed at $17.01 an ounce. And in Fiji tonight, the Mana Island Resort is looking at investing more into sports tourism. The resort has been successfully organizing the Mana Swim event for the past 5 years, and this year they've included the Fiji Hobby Cat Swim Challenge in their sporting calendar. General Manager Patrick Wong says they are also planning to hold a triathlon and bike race for their visitors.
So we had it early this year. There was about 30-odd participants, and we hope that it will grow and grow. And a lot of this sports events that we are having is also to try and encourage our local participants, our own Mana employees participating, and also the local swimmers out of Fiji, and the local yachties, hobby challenges from the yachting challenges in Fiji too as well, and international challenges.
And that's it from Business this evening. Now to sports. Here's Jamie.
Thanks, Rachel, and good evening in sports tonight.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ. मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1. इट्स सो हॉट.
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से. मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट. आई लव मिर्ची एफएम.
हमें स्पिन टोटो ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे.
मिर्ची एफएम, it's hot.
The Vodafone Fiji Mbati is preparing well for what may be its toughest opponents at the Rugby League World Cup. A star-studded Kiwi side hurting from its loss to Tonga and with home ground advantage. With these odds stacked against them, the Mbati have a fair idea of what to expect from kickoff. Bastal Prasad with this report. A winless record against Ireland means nothing to the Flying Fijians, who are preparing for their one-off test on Sunday in Dublin. The national side has played
having the extra week together and certainly having some good reference points out of that game against Italy, we'll be a lot stronger this week. The players are really looking forward to the challenge, and I think that if we can really take the game to Ireland.
Meanwhile, the All Blacks recorded a narrow win over a French selection side in Lyon this morning. The hosts led 15-14 at halftime. Then it was tit for tat in the second half, with the All Blacks managing a scrappy 28-23 victory. The Kiwis have made 2 changes for its quarter-final match against the Fiji Mbati in Wellington. 5/8 Temaire Martin has been named to start along with young hooker Danny Levi. Meanwhile, one player who's done everything needed to keep his spot will be making an emotional return to his hometown. And this report from TV. Olympic gold medalist and Fiji Airways National Sevens rep Jerry Tuwai believes Fiji's Olympic win has boosted the sport in the Pacific. And his sentiments have been echoed by Pacific players who competed at the recent Oceania Sevens. Eroni Tuinuku with this report.
The achievement at the Rio Olympics was a stepping stone not only for the country but other Pacific Island teams as well.
Rugby 7 has improved a long way in the Pacific because after the Olympics, all the country, they want to compete.
Gold medalist Jerry Tuai says part of their success was respecting their opponents.
Right now, all the teams are tough, so we work extra hard even though they are not playing on the World Series.
Papua New Guinea, who recently qualified to the World 7 Series, believe they have what it takes to play like the Fijians.
We don't have strength in the upper body, but we have skills, speed, like same as the Fijians.
Meanwhile, Fiji kicks off the Dubai Sevens campaign against Russia on December 1st at 7:06 p.m. Then they play Wales at 10:06 p.m. and face Australia a day later at 4:06 a.m. The final will be played on December 3rd at 4:33 a.m. Eroni Tuinuku, FBC Sports.
Vodafone Fiji football coach Christophe Gamel expects more from his players as they gear up for friendly match against Estonia on Sunday. Gamel says Estonia plays fast-paced football and they'll need to be switched on to keep up. He adds if they make any mistakes in the match, they will be punished.
Physically, they are good. Physically, they are there. It's not a problem. It's more how they will react in the key point of this game is the transition, offensive or defensive. I mean, when we lose the ball, we will have to be very fast to reorganize ourselves.
The New Zealand football team has settled into Lima, Peru ahead of its FIFA 2018 World Cup qualification match against Peru. However, it's been a bag of mixed experiences so far in the city of 9 million. Meanwhile, you can watch the All Whites take on Peru at 3 p.m. tomorrow live on FBC TV. The Fiji Association of Sports and National Olympic Committee is looking forward to receiving the Commonwealth Games relay baton from Tonga next Monday. Fasanok President Joe Roden says they are glad to have received 4 new vehicles from ASCO Motors today to assist their journey with the baton around Viti Levu.
As you know, sports in Fiji, we are crazy on sports. We love our sports. I always say that sports is part and parcel of our culture, and taking the relay baton around the country, people will be aware of the Commonwealth Games, which will be in the Gold Coast next year.
I think it's an amazing platform, not just for the basic, for fun and enjoyment and health, but also for society. You just walk around, you see all the kids playing rugby, you can see kids playing cricket now. It's just amazing to see the importance of sport in Fiji.
That's it from Sports Tonight. Join Angie later on with weather, and in the world of the weird and wonderful, unique rat may hold clues to fighting cancer. That's coming up.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1। इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन टॉटो ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट।
In new media tonight, the iPhone X, the most expensive phone to date in Fiji, is now available locally. The new phone was launched earlier this month in commemoration of Apple's 10th anniversary. Kelly Bavala reports.
Apple says its iPhone X is groundbreaking as far as technology and design are concerned.
I think the key features is the wireless charging that the new iPhone has got, the facial unlocking feature that it has, and the emoji selfies that you could take. So you can send out messages to people rather than they're looking at you. You look like an emoji. So that's a very cool feature. And the greatest feature that I feel on it is the camera quality. I think it will give the entry-level DSLR cameras are run for its money in terms of the portrait photos that it can take.
Bonwell retail manager Krishnil Naikar says they brought in 10 phones and 2 have already been purchased and more orders are coming in.
It's one of the best ones at the moment in the market with dual lens focus cameras, and the emoji section is too good. A very gadget savvy product which has been launched by Apple. It's one of the best and top of the range.
The retail price right now is 3,999 for the 256 GB version, which is the top of the line that you can get in the iPhone X series.
The new Apple iPhone X was launched in Fiji by Bonwell in Suva today. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Rain, rain and more rain for Hump Day. It's been the trend for the past 5 days and will continue throughout. Looking at the west, thunderstorms surrounded the area with a chance of rain later tonight. Eastwards from Pekhava to Suva, we had heavy rain with wild thunderstorms. Expect more showers later tonight. And up north, this side was also cloudy with rumbling thunderstorms. At sea, southeast winds 20 to 25 knots with rough seas. And for the tides, high tide tomorrow morning will be at 5:28 with low tide at 11:16. See the beauty of sunrise at 6:22. For tomorrow, periods of sunshine with possible chances of heavy rain, even some thunder perhaps, much like what we've been having for a few days now. Tomorrow's temps, Lotok and Lambasa will be warm with highs of 31 degrees. And looking further into Friday, we're not getting anywhere away from this rainy weather, so expect more rain. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. On Fijian Pulse today, we asked, do you think Fiji's presidency at COP23 is highlighting the plight of Pacific Islanders?
I'm sure it's really going to benefit the Pacific Island countries because of the problem that we are facing right now. And it is closely related with the syllabi that is being introduced in schools today about climate change, and it will also help to educate our young ones with the types of, what they see in the TV, what they read in the newspapers of the things that is happening in Bonn, Germany, with our Honorable Prime Minister there, and sure is that is going to benefit our locals and the Pacific Island.
People are saying that being part of this meeting doesn't bring any good to us, but I oppose to that. I believe that it will bring a great benefit to us in terms of development.
I suggest if our Prime Minister could highlight more on the importance of trees in the country.
Well, yes, I really do believe that the meeting is quite useful, you know. Only if Fiji could draw the attention of other countries in regards to the reduction of carbon emission.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, the naked mole rat is a unique animal and to most people one ugly little creature. These rodents live most of their life underground and are nearly blind. But what makes them really attractive to scientists is they are cancer-free. Recapping the main stories, Fiji's National Development Plan launched in Germany. Police records alarming increase in home invasions, and head teacher fronts court on rape charges. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question this week, we are asking, is Jerry Tawai ready to lead the Fiji Sevens team? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day. The beautiful picture was taken by Ivan Wong in Taviuni. We'd like to encourage all our viewers to send in more pictures of our beautiful Fiji, whether it's our tropical flowers, stunning waterfalls, maybe a visiting cruise ship, or even your favorite pet. Just email them through to fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, good night.
Christopher. Kerondo talita kana barorong na Radio Fijian and Domoy Viti.
Ayaw na rin siya. Kombinasyon bola untuk talita na Radio Fijian kena Domoy Viti.
Ayaw ko ato sila tale. Nagurara may naomani nandunga. Gitu talita gila gitu pinasibale pum nagudurong. Barong na Radio Fijian na Domoy Viti.
Na Radio Fijian na Domoy Viti na ponga ni BNN.